Welcome to Fight City Gym Talk. You are here with Eric Wallin. Today we're doing a glove review. I haven't done one in a while, but I'm excited for this one because these gloves are very comparable. We have the Rival RS60V 2.0 versus the Hayabusa S4. They're both 16-ounce gloves. The S4 is 16 ounce if it's labeled large. They have their sizes. It's weird. I wish they would just do the ounces, but they don't do ounces in Hayabusa. That's something I'm not too crazy about, but they do the ounces in other Hayabusa glove makes and models, but for some reason in this one, they just give it a size. You can see it says large there. So let's get after it real quick. The first obvious difference is the price point. The Hayabusa is about $10 cheaper at about $60. The Rival is about $10 more expensive at about $70. So that's going to play a lot into why I like a glove a little bit more than the other one. So let's put them on real quick. The Hayabusa, you'll notice it has two elastic straps right there. I'm impartial. I don't really care about those elastic straps. I don't feel like they do much personally, but if you like them, they do seem to, like right now before I've strapped it up, it feels like already tight. But also if you have a big hand, it's kind of a pain to get your hand in there past those two because they're pretty tight. So the downside of this glove, if you have a big hand, it is kind of hard to get your hand into. I've had a few guys, bigger guys, 200 plus pounds, not buy this glove because they had such a hard time getting their hand into the glove. Once the glove's on, feels amazing. Tightly knit all the way through. There's no loose fabric in there. And it feels secure. It feels safe. You notice it has that big strap and then it narrows down to the Velcro side on the back here. It has that nice kind of new, modern, expensive Velcro, the same Velcro they have on the winning gloves and also the same Velcro that they have on the expensive Hayabusa like T3 models. So this Hayabusa glove is awesome. It has the sweat fabric. Basically, that's a fabric that can absorb it rather than just rubbing the leather or plastic on your sweat. It's like a fabric that soaks in sweat. That's pretty nice right there. It's right in the middle of a sparring round. You can get the sweat out of your eyes. So this glove is really a cool, unique glove. And you got to remember, it's a little bit cheaper than the Rival at $60. Also, it has mesh all the way along the back side of it there, so it'll ventilate faster and dry better for you, where the Rival just has kind of one strip. You can see it right there of kind of some ventilation fabric they've put on the back. So I really like the Hayabusa. Now let's compare it now to the Rival. This one is obviously, if you ask me, more of a boxing glove. It comes deeper down your wrist. It has some more support and pad all the way down the bottom. It also has that same where it's wide here and then it narrows down to the back. Now, this glove has the traditional Velcro. That doesn't mean it's bad Velcro. Reyes has traditional Velcro on their gloves, and they do awesome. It's great Velcro. You can buy cheap Velcro, though. So when you're buying cheap gloves, make sure that it has good Velcro because that's typically one of the first things that goes when gloves start to break down. So as I put this on, tightly knit all the way through, no loose fabrics. The honest truth is it feels basically the same once it's on. It was easier to get on. You notice they only do one small elastic thing right there at the top where the Hayabusa had the two. I kind of like how this one is a little bit better. So if you have big hands, if you're getting into boxing, I would probably go with this glove. So let me rate each glove. Now you got to remember, when I rate a glove, I'm rating it off a lot of things. Quality, material, unique features, and then I kind of compile it in my mind up against how much they're charging for it, and I give it a value. So the Rival is coming in at a 7. 7, if you ask me, is like green light, go buy it. If you like it for some reason, you've been have your eye on it, go buy the Rival. It'll be a great glove. That's the RS60V 2.0 sparring glove. It's an awesome glove. I'm rating it as a 7. So Hayabusa. I'm rating it basically an 8. One more than the Rival. The reason I like this glove so much, a couple unique features, the sweat, the ventilation, and a big one, which will probably be important to a lot of people, is the fact you can buy this glove in like 10 different colors. You know, they got like a pink, red, purple. They have a sand brown, which I think looks really cool. Gray and black and gray. They've got white. So they've got all sorts of colors in this. So if you want something that's a little bit more your style, your favorite color, this glove is going to be awesome. So between the unique features and the lower price, that's why I'm giving this such a high number of 8 from 1 out of 10. It's not that it's really all that much of a better glove. I would have a hard time saying one is absolutely better than the other one. But I will say, because the price is a little bit lower and has some unique features, I would probably lean towards Hayabusa. Remember my rule. If you spend $100 on gloves, you want to get a year out of those gloves. Well, neither of these gloves hit 100. So will these gloves last you, I don't know, 9 months? And I think the answer is absolutely yes. I knew a guy that had these gloves for like 2.5 years before he retired them. So he trained like twice a week. So he wasn't training all day every day, but for twice a week, 2.5 years, he put a lot of work in on those gloves. And where they started to break down was here in the Velcro. I've seen a lot of guys put some work on these gloves, and where these typically start to break down is the foam starts to fall apart here on the inner side. So once again, the other thing I was going to say is, if you buy cheap gloves, what's your concern? Because you could just buy $30 gloves and trade them in every couple months. If you're buying cheap gloves, your biggest concern is safety. Like, are they putting enough support in your wrist to where you're going to hit something, and are you going to collapse your wrist over and get a wrist injury? Both these gloves, if you ask me, feel and seem very safe. I've sold a lot of them, and I haven't really had anybody injure their hands in these gloves. So as far as I'm concerned, I think they're both awesome. Once again, if you got big hands and if you're looking more for boxing, I'd go here. Your hands are very average, you're more of a Muay Thai MMA fighter, I would go here. Because of the price and the unique features, I'm rating this one at an 8, which means I kind of love this glove, to be real. So don't forget to like and subscribe. If there's any gloves on the wall behind me that you want me to review, feel free, and hopefully